So happy third day of 2024. Welcome to an exciting year. One of my personal goals is to introduce the I don't know if you want to call it the skill of trading to as many people as I possibly can. I know there's some people out there that want the easy way out, and there's a lot of AI stuff going on and things like that. But what I have found over the last 3.5 years or so of getting into this trading arena, is that it takes time, it takes practice, and it costs a little bit of money to learn how to trade. Now, I'm not talking about investing money into a platform and trying to trade while you're learning to trade. That's an option I'm actually going to talk about today, but I'm actually talking about investing in your education, enrolling in an academy that's going to teach you the basics of Forex trading, maybe how to trade gold, how to look at US 30 and indices, how to trade crypto, all that kind of stuff, right? And what I've learned over the time is the basics of all of those are pretty much the same, right? For example, if you're going to go in and trade stock options, from what I understand, I'm new to this. I'm just starting to learn to trade stock options myself. I just enrolled in a boot camp that's going to be coming up here starting on Monday the 8th. And if you'd like to participate in that, let me know and I'll get you the enrollment link so you can participate in that as well. But say this, is if you're trading crypto, if you're trading stocks, if you're trading Forex, you're trading gold, there's basic stuff. They either go up, they go down, or they range or consolidate, right? There's not a thing that's different. Now, stock options works a little bit different. I'm still learning that, but basically, they're not going backwards, right? They're not going backwards in time. They're always moving forward in some general direction, right? In terms of trading, the deal is to find the time, and this is where people usually don't want to take the time. They want to learn how to trade. They want to take 2 weeks and do it. However, they'll spend 4 years going to college to get a basic business degree for what? To get a job making $30,000 a year. I don't know how much it costs to go to college now, $80,000, $100,000, $200,000. I don't know. But they're going to spend all that time to go to college to get a degree, a bachelor's degree, so they can get a job. And the job average, I think the last stat I checked, and somebody can check me on this, I may be wrong, but the last time I checked, the average college degree person earns $30,000 a year or something. I don't know. Not very much for spending all that time going to college, right? Now, some people earn more. Again, I said an average. So there's people that earn more, there's people that earn less. Unless you're going to be a doctor, attorney, or something that requires a degree, right? But in the Forex community, and I'll say trading, in the trading community, if you can commit to 3 to 5 hours a week for 12 months, you'll position yourself to have a skill that you can make money with. Right. And in the interim of that, once you get the very basics out of the way for this options boot camp that's coming up over the next, that's going to start on the 8th. It's a 60, 90-day boot camp that you can participate in. If you spend your time going to that, you're going to create a skill that's going to give you the option to trade options. Right. If you take that same mindset and you get the basics out of the way, if you learn the basics of trading, you're going to have a skill that's going to be there. The challenge is most people don't want to sit down and do it. They want instant gratification. So I want to show you something that's really cool that comes along with the trading academy that I'm enrolled in. And I say enrolled in because I jump in the class. I take the class. I'm taking stock options class now. There's a crypto class jumping up. I'm going to see if I can do both of those side by side just to get and hang out with the smart crypto guys. Because crypto's taking off in 2024. Bitcoin's going to double, split in April. And it's called halving or whatever it does. And it's the entire crypto market in 2024 is going to explode. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm just throwing my thoughts out there, right? So don't take this as financial advice. Just take this as if you want to learn how to trade, you got to learn how to trade. In the learning how to trade, you don't need any real money because you can use demo accounts. You can use practice accounts till you get really good and open up a live account and use your real money. So let's talk about this. Hey, Barbara. So let's talk about this. I'm going to do a screen share. I want to show you this because I think this is very, very cool. And this comes along with the academy that you can roll in. Let's see. How come that's not giving me both screens? Oh, I got to do entire screen. There we go. That one. Okay. So this is gold, right? This is the gold on a trading view chart. And this is basically over the last week. Last week, if you want to call them the trade ideas or trade signals were popped. Of course, I trade a little bit on my own. And the reason I like this is because I can hang out with the smart kids, the guys that have been there a little bit longer than me. I can take my personal experience and I can mirror those together, and I can look at trades and say, huh, that looks like a good idea. And that's exactly how you should when you're taking trades. Now, if you're on a demo account, my favorite phrase is push the button to see what happens. That's how I learn, right? I push a button, I see what happens, and that gives me something I can learn. I say I put in a trade here, I put the entry here, I put the take profit here, I set the stop loss here, I push the button and see what happens. I'm either going to have a winning trade or I'm going to have a losing trade, but I learned something from that. On a demo account, it doesn't matter, right? Because it's demo money. You can open up as many demo accounts you want to until you get really, really good, right? So on this chart here, you can see this is going back to the 26th, the day after Christmas. So it's about a week ago, right? A couple of trades were dropped out here. This one was set in here. This trade didn't go anywhere because gold took off and headed to the hills. Entered this sell stop here, right? I entered that sell stop. It came in, it hit that, it took profit. Not a lot, but a little bit. It ran on up, it did another one. It put a trade in here. Let me scoot that over. Entered this trade on the 27th. Took off, hit to take profit, then gold took off. Didn't really do anything in here. Then yesterday came in and took a trade idea, entered an M&S trade idea. This was part of the Trading Academy. They drop into Telegram. They'll drop in trade ideas. Now, not everyone's a win, right? But the win ratios are above 70%, which is pretty cool. So this trade stopped out, right? This was a buy limit order. Of course, it blew right through it. It didn't turn around and come back. If it would have turned around and came back, it would have hit up here and took profit. It didn't. It just blew right through that. It came back a little bit. But then last night, one of our gold trading experts jumped in here, and you won't get access to this. So don't go and try to find this group on Telegram, because you're not going to be able to enter this group and get access to this information without actually enrolling into the academy and directly linking through it. But this trade was put out by our awesome Idris. He comes in and he does these trades. He does the GJ, which is the pound in Japanese yen, and gold. That's the two that he drops signals. He dropped this in last night with a stop loss, take profit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down here. It's about a 200 pip move. In that, entry was here. It ran all the way through and came down here and took profit. So it hit all 5 take profit zones and just kept going, right? So that was a huge, huge win. That was about 200 pips right there, depending on how you have your lot size set up. I'm going to show you what that means here in just a minute. Depending on how you had your lot size set up, that was a really, really powerful trade. It was absolutely awesome. Fun trade to be in. Again, it offsets. Not every trade is going to be a win. You get a couple of wins, you get a loss, you get a couple of wins, you get a loss, you get a win. And the goal at the end of the month or the end of the week or the end of the day, whatever it is you have, depending on what your goal is set up, is you're going to have a winning goal. I was absolutely impressed with this trade right here. This alone grew my account by over 19%, which is absolutely awesome, because I went in and I took the trade. I looked at it and said, okay, based on my experience in trading, based on what he put in, I took the trade. The stop loss was there. Everything was set in. So I want to give you an example. I want to show you some examples if you would have taken this trade. And of course, coming back over here, totally excited. All the take profits were hit, and that's part of that group. That's part of what you get for joining the club and enrolling into the platform. Now, are you going to be able to do this without any experience? Nope. Because you need to understand how to set some things up. One is you need to have an account. That's why you're going to get a demo account, right? That's why you set up a demo account to practice, right? If you're greedy and you need to make money right now, and you go open up a account with $500 and you try to do this, you'll lose your $500. I'm going to put that right there. All right. You might get lucky and might not, but 99% of the time you're going to lose your money. So one of my favorite calculators is over at XTFM. I'm not promoting them. I can't even do business with them because they don't do business with people in the US. They got some really cool calculators. One of them is a profit calculator. And of course, I went in and I just set this up based on the parameters that were set in the entry over here. And 2064 to 204502. So it opened here, it closed there, it was a sell. And at a lot size of 0.6, that's not even a full lot size. It's 2/3 of one lot, US dollars. That's $1,173. Now, I don't know about anybody else. And again, you're not going to create an $1,173 win on a $500 account. It's not going to happen. The math isn't there. The margin's not going to work. So you're going to need a little bit bigger account. However, on a $500 account, you could have done a 0.05, right? And made $97 by that trade. Now you add 97 onto 500, you've just increased your account by 25%, right? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, right? 25%. No, I'm sorry, 20%, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So you just had a 20% increase on a $500 account, right? So now you just increased your account. If you had a $500 account and you increased it by $100, basically $97.75, you've had a 20% win in one day on a trade that all you did is you went in, you enrolled in class, you took classes, you got enrolled into the Telegram channel, you put the trade parameters in there that was suggested, you set it up, you hit go, and you sit down and you wait for the trade to close out. Now, two things are going to happen. You're either going to hit the take profit zones or you're not, right? You're going to stop out like the trade that was done earlier. You're going to stop out, but you got to be willing to have the mindset that you're going to lose some trades, right? If you're not willing to lose, you're never going to win, right? In the trading industry, you've got to have a mindset. I want to win. There's going to be a win out there, but you got to take some losses with them. Just like every time a batter gets up to bat, what is it? An MVP has like a 345 batting average or something. That's an MVP. That means they only get 3 hits out of 10, right? I don't know. I'm not a big baseball guy. Somebody can correct me on that. But if you got a 300 batting average in baseball, I believe you're like an MVP. You're a rock star, right? So the same thing goes to here, depending on your lot size. Let's say you had a $10,000 account and you did 2 lots. You just made $3,900. You basically just $4,000 on a $10,000 account. That's a 40% increase on your account, right? Let's say you just did 1 lot on that account. It's going to be half of that, right? You did a $1,900 increase on that $10,000 account, right? Again, you have a 20% increase on that account. So it all depends on your account size, your lot size, your trading expertise. And the cool thing about it is the ability to come in and cheat off the smart kids. And I'm going to throw out a disclaimer. This trade is closed. You can go, if you go in and try to enter this trade right now, you're going to lose money. The trade is closed, it's done, it's over with, right? But you can go put it on TradingView, right? Put your entry, I believe the entry was about 2064, right, on that trade, which is absolutely awesome. So anyway, wanted to share that with you so you can see that if you decide to enroll into a trading academy, one is look to see if there's actually educators. One, our stock options trader, she is a freaking rock star. If you want more information on that, let me know. I'll get it to you. Our Forex traders are absolute rock stars. If you like to scalp, right? Maybe you're a scalper and you're like, what's scalping for? So you got to get in class and learn how to do that. Every morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, we do some scalping for all of, 15 seconds sometimes, right? Sometimes in 15 seconds, you can make more money in 15 seconds than you can in an entire week on your job. Again, financial disclosure, not everybody makes that. You need to have some goals. You need to have some training and some things that are going to go along with it. So said that to say this. If you're seriously thinking about enrolling into an education platform, this education platform is stupid affordable. It's ridiculous. It's $149 for the first month. It's $99 month after that. There's no contracts. There's nothing to that. You enroll into that, and you're going to get the Forex and options trading side, which includes the gold that I just showed you, get all that kind of stuff, right? If you want to get into the DeFi verse and enroll into the crypto stuff, there's an additional charge for that. I want to say it's $60 a month or something like that. It's not a lot. There's that, but then they've got a bundle package coming out here. They're going to launch a bundle package so you can get all that training as well. And then, of course, they've got the Indices options where you can plug into all the Indices guys. If that's something you decide to do, you can do that as well. You can plug into the Indices training. I believe that's an additional $25 a month. But your basics, right? Your basics, where you get the recorded classes, you get the live classes. It's $99 a month. You can't beat that. Reach out to me. I'll get you the enrollment link. We'll get you set up. We'll show you where to get started. You can plug into the live classes, the calendars. You can start learning how to trade. They teach you everything, how to set up a broker account, how to get everything. But wait, there's more. They've got a real cool program called Echo. And Echo's designed, right, to set up with a broker. And they've got some brokers inside of Echo. So you line yourself up with either a U.S. broker, or if you're not in the U.S., you set yourself up with a not U.S. broker. And you connect your Echo to your broker, right? And that little Echo AI goes out and trades for you, right? And there's so much. Then there's Monera, and there's just tons and tons of stuff that are going to help you get really, really good, right? But wait, there's more. Yes, Devon. But you're going to get really, really good while you're practicing, right? If you can sit in front of the class, if you can sit in the back of the class and the smart guy says, do this, do this, do this, do this. And you take that and you put it on your chart because you're in a demo account, and you push the button and you sit on your hands and you wait to see what happens. You learn something, right? You got to, right? It's just like cooking eggs. You put eggs in a skillet, right? You can watch somebody cook eggs all day long until you actually do it yourself. It's a completely different experience, right? So I don't know where that egg analogy came from, but I thought it was a pretty good one, right? So if you're going to learn how to trade, you got to be willing to commit some time every single week to show up to class. You got to be willing to commit some time to practice. You got to be willing to learn the craft. Just like if you're going to learn martial arts, you want to get anywhere decent at it, you've got to show up. You're not going to get in an MMA ring and fight a professional MMA artist without getting you're going to get a beat down, right? You need to practice, 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 practice. So if you want to learn this craft, reach out to me. Let's get you enrolled right now. I would challenge you to get enrolled just to take the stock options class. Get the basic stock options out of the way. You can learn the basics in Forex. You can even do some cool stuff like take some of these gold trade ideas and practice with those. And over the next 12 months from now, you can go, oh my God, thank you, Forrest, for sharing this with me. This is the coolest skill I ever learned in my life. Now, there's some people that don't want to learn the skill. There's some people that don't have the patience to the skill, but you've got to sit down. If this is something that you want to enroll in class, get your kids enrolled. If you're a mom, you're thinking, man, I need my kids to have the skill before they get out of high school, this would be the perfect place to get them to learn a skill that they can use for the rest of their life. Matter of fact, on that, I'm going to share a story that I'm going to wrap up. We had two young ladies on the call here that was the day before yesterday. Anyways, a couple of days ago. One is 21 years old. She started a year ago into this whole trading journey thingy, right? And this whole trading journey and building a business and referring students and all that kind of stuff. She's making $15,000 a month right now. There's another young lady. She's 22 years old. She's from Poland. One of them's from Nebraska and the other one's from Poland, right? 22 years old. She lives in Poland and she's making 25 grand a month, right? In this community, right, of learning how to trading and referring people to the trading platform. That's absolutely awesome to have that opportunity for young people. So if you got young people in your family and you're thinking like, what the heck do I want to do? I don't want to go to college for the rest of my life and waste a bunch of money on college tuition. Get them into the trading community, especially the DeFi versus the crypto verse. Absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm looking forward to jumping into a lot more of the learning how to trade crypto. Can't wait for the Bitcoin split or halving or whatever it's called that's going to happen. That's going to blow crypto up. It's going to blow everything out of the water. I love you. I appreciate you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators and help you have an absolutely awesome 2024. I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.